वर्तमान समस्याको समाधान गर्न र भविष्य निर्माणका लागि सृजनात्मक प्रस्ताव संकलन गर्ने उद्देश्यले नेपालमा प्रथम पटक आयोजना गर्न लागि देशव्यापी प्रतिस्पर्धा 5 प्रभावशाली सन्देशमूलक भिडियोका साथ असार 12 गते विमोचन गरियो।
एक नयाँ योजना बन्नुहोस् एक परिवर्तनशील नागरिक।
खेल खेल्दा शारीरिक सामर्थ्यले मात्रै खेलिँदैन, खेल पनि सोचले खेलिन्छ। त्यस्तै उत्कृष्ट सोचले जिन्दगी बदलिन्छ। एउटा नयाँ सोच तपाईको जीवन बदल्ने कारण बन्न सक्छ। ल्याउनुहोस् नयाँ सोच, बदल्नुहोस् आफ्नो जिन्दगी।
हाम्रो देशसँग सम्भावना छ।
हामी नेपालीसँग के गरौँ भन्ने जोश र इच्छा छ।
केही फरक गरौँ,
गर्न सकिन्छ।
केही नयाँ सोचौँ,
जीवन बदलिन्छ।
तपाईको एउटा नयाँ सोचले तपाईलाई उद्यमी बनाउनेछ।
हामीलाई दिनुहोस् तपाईको उद्यमी परिकल्पना,
बन्नुहोस् सफल उद्यमी।
नेपाली क्रिकेट विश्वकपसम्म पुग्नु लक्षित सोचकै परिणाम हो। एउटा नवीन सोचले जीवनमा विशाल परिवर्तन ल्याउन सक्छ। मात्र एउटा सोचले तपाई आदर्श उद्योगी पनि बन्न सक्नुहुन्छ। पठाउनुहोस् आफ्नो नयाँ सोच, ल्याउनुहोस् जीवनमा परिवर्तन।
देशव्यापी आइडिया कम्पिटिसनको टेलिभिजन रियालिटी शोमा सहभागी भई उद्यमी बन्ने अवसर प्राप्त गर्नुहोस्। आइडिया पठाउनका लागि इमेल info@ideastudionepal.com, सम्पर्क नम्बर 0155200347, पोस्ट बक्स नम्बर 367 बकुण्डो ललितपुर। विस्तृत जानकारीका लागि www.ideastudionepal.com।
आइडिया स्टुडियो, सोचदेखि उद्योगसम्म।
एउटा यस्तो सोच
जसले सामाजिक परिवर्तन गर्नेछ।
एउटा यस्तो सोच जसले आत्मसम्मान र ऊर्जा प्रदान गर्नेछ।
एउटा यस्तो सोच जसले देशको सम्मान बढाउनेछ।
एउटा यस्तो सोच जसले आर्थिक परिवर्तनको ढोका खोल्नेछ।
एउटा यस्तो सोच जसले आफ्नो स्वाभिमान बढाउनेछ।
देशव्यापी आइडिया कम्पिटिसनको टेलिभिजन रियालिटी शोमा सहभागी भई उद्यमी बन्ने अवसर प्राप्त गर्नुहोस्। आइडिया पठाउनका लागि इमेल info@ideastudionepal.com, सम्पर्क नम्बर 0155200347, पोस्ट बक्स नम्बर 367 बकुण्डो ललितपुर। विस्तृत जानकारीका लागि www.ideastudionepal.com।
अब
आफ्नै देशमा
केही गरौँ।
आइडिया स्टुडियो, सोचदेखि उद्योगसम्म।
युनिसेफ नेपालकी राष्ट्रिय दूत तथा गायिका आनी छोइङडोलमा नेपाली क्रिकेट टिमका कप्तान पारस खड्का, प्रख्यात कलाकार एवं सामाजिक अभियन्ता जोडी मदन कृष्ण श्रेष्ठ र हरिवंश आचार्य, मेगा ब्याङ्कका प्रमुख कार्यकारी अधिकृत अनिल शाह र अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय रूपमा परिचित ताइक्वान्डो खेलाडी दीपक बिष्ट जस्ता नेपालका चर्चित व्यक्तित्वहरूले उद्घोषण गरेका ती चेतनामूलक सन्देशहरूले नेपाली नागरिकहरूलाई उनीहरूका नवीन प्रस्ताव आइडिया स्टुडियोमा ल्याएर सामाजिक परिवर्तन थालनी गर्न आह्वान गर्छन्।
There's a wonderful quote that I want to start with. To give a birth, you need two people. There might be a way for one people as well, but you need two people. To raise a child, you need a whole community, society, even a country. So does our idea studio as well. It might have started with the two people, crazy people, bouncing their idea at each other in the corner of the hotel room. But to bring up to this level, many people has put their heart, mind and soul in it.
युनिसेफ काठमाडौँ विश्वविद्यालय, चाइल्ड्रिच नेपाल, निजी क्षेत्र तथा मिडियाको संयुक्त प्रयासको प्रतिफल आइडिया स्टुडियोको लक्ष्य युवा र सचेत नेपालीहरूलाई स्थानीय समुदायमै सामाजिक समस्याको समाधान गर्न सक्ने खालका नवीन प्रस्तावका साथ अगाडि आउन आशा प्रदान गर्नु हो। नवीन प्रस्ताव बुझाउने अन्तिम मिति श्रावण 15 गते तोकिएको छ। कुनै पनि सामाजिक समस्या समाधानका लागि सृजनात्मक प्रस्ताव भएका नेपाली नागरिक यस प्रतियोगितामा सहभागी हुन सक्छन्।
I have to say I'm usually very positive and happy, but today I'm really delighted, and I think I'm even to provide hope to the young people, young and motivated Nepalis to come forward and with creative and innovative ideas that can solve social issues faced in their local communities. The great physicist Albert Einstein said, really something very complicated that gave the idea and the birth to the Idea Studio. With innovations comes hope for the future. And hope, we feel that something that young Nepalis now really need, especially in the backdrop of this incredible youth migration abroad in large number in search of a greener pastures of employment and academic opportunities. The world today is changing very fast, and with it the nature of development. Perhaps the most remarkable change is how technological gaps are being bridged at a record speed. You have China, you have India, and many other countries have benefited from this trend. They translated it into economic growth, an economic growth path that lifted millions out of poverty and created opportunities and hope for their population. And Nepal is no different. Nepal is no different than China or other of the tigers, of the Asian tigers, how they were 40 or 50 years ago. But Nepal is no different, especially now with the pool of young and talented population. We believe, strongly believe, that Nepal is very well positioned to benefit from this trend as well. We have great examples. Himal Shrestha, the winner of the Microsoft Global Championship that was held in Washington, D.C. in 2013, is an example of the young, talented Nepalis with the power to change Nepal. I was just talking to Mr. Chowdhury, and we say, we don't need charity anymore. We don't need dependency anymore. We have to break this kind of dependency on the others, the outsiders, the foreigners, to build the country. We believe we have the power within us, within each and every Nepali now, in order to step forward, but we need a little bit of encouragement and a little bit of space so that the young Nepalis really move forward and lead the country. So the top priority for us, all of us, is to unlock, as I think Tsering has very well said it, to unlock the young potentials like Himals. If we have one Himals, there must be thousands. And we don't need millions to create a new Nepal. Revolutions don't happen with millions. They happen with really a couple of new, innovative people, hundreds, tens, hundreds, thousands. This is where we create revolution in a positive way, okay? Don't misquote me. All right? Positive. So in a country where half of the population is below the age of 21, the path of development is definitely the youth power. And I really believe in the youth power. In a country that is poised at an important juncture, aspiring to build a socially inclusive and economically productive society, it is the young people who can be the path breakers and trendsetters. And the young people doesn't have to be aged until 18. I think any of us who have young at heart is a young people. So I'm talking about the youth of my spirit.
Let me start with what Bertrand Russell said long time back. Most men would rather die than think, and many do. But there are some who don't. A few would rather think than die, or at least they think before they die. They think, they create, they innovate, and not only that, they don't stop there. They act, they produce results, they change themselves, they change their surroundings, they change their community, and they change the old. They are what I call entrepreneurs. They are the ones who think before others do. They are the ones who act before others do. And we have assembled here this afternoon to promote that spirit of entrepreneurship, the spirit of soul, the spirit of thought, the spirit of idea, and to celebrate. And this is a very noble beginning to me. And I'm so much pleased to be partner of this movement, this campaign. I would like to see that in a few years' time, this theme, from idea to industry, will be a national movement, a national campaign. Since I am still young, I believe that I will survive till then. Entrepreneurs, they are the ones who make progress possible. Even amidst those who are skeptics, who are pessimists, they are the ones who sell hopes, optimism, not on the basis of their words, but on the strength of their actions. And these people are everywhere, in business, in community, in social life, in academic field, in religion, perhaps even in politics, although lately we have had difficulty finding someone with entrepreneurial thought in politics. Perhaps we need more entrepreneurial politics than we have at the moment. But let's not talk about politics. We need more entrepreneurs in business, we need more entrepreneurs in our community, we need more entrepreneurs in education, in health, in every walks, in every space of our national life. I remember here Winston Churchill, Sir Winston Churchill, who once said, "Never before in history have so few done so much for so many." I think he was talking about entrepreneurs. They are few in numbers, but they do so much for so many that the old is transformed, the community is transformed, the society is transformed.
Has mentioned a very beautiful word. History is the only guide we have for the future. And so before we go forward, we have to go backward to understand how we got to where we are. What has gone wrong and why. Also that what has gone right and why as well. Due to that as well, this is a movement, and we only can know this movement is successful, as Professor said, multi-stakeholders. There is a very good African saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. This is a movement of togetherness. Due to that as well, that we have got a wonderful audience here today.
सुरुवाती छनौट चरणपछि सबैभन्दा सम्भाव्य प्रस्ताव प्रस्तुत गर्ने सहभागीहरूलाई काठमाडौँ विश्वविद्यालय व्यवस्थापन संकाय कुसुमको ललितपुर स्थित आइडिया स्टुडियोमा तयारीका लागि पठाइनेछ। कुसुम आइडिया स्टुडियो यस प्रकारको सृजनात्मक अभ्यासलाई प्रोत्साहन गर्ने कार्यमा लागेको पहिलो संस्था हो। त्यहाँ अगुवा उद्यमीहरू, कुसुमका प्राध्यापक तथा विद्यार्थीहरूले ती विकसित हुन बाँकी प्रस्तावलाई व्यावसायिक प्रस्तावमा ढाल्न र सृजनात्मक प्रस्ताव पेश गर्न सहभागीहरूसँगै काम गर्नेछन्। अगुवा उद्यमीहरूसँग सहकार्य गर्ने अवसरका लागि ती सहभागीहरूले राष्ट्रिय टेलिभिजनमा प्रसारण गरिने रियालिटी शो मार्फत आफ्ना प्रस्तावहरूलाई प्रस्तुत गर्नेछन्। प्रसारणकै क्रममा अगुवा उद्यमीहरू एवं वित्तीय संस्थाहरूद्वारा लगानीका निम्ति छनौट गरिएका प्रस्तावहरूलाई थप परिमार्जन तथा कार्यान्वयन गर्ने अपेक्षा गरिएको छ। आइडिया स्टुडियो सोचदेखि उद्योगसम्म समाजले भोगिरहेको वर्तमान चुनौतीहरूको नयाँ समाधान खोज्नुपर्ने आवश्यकताले विश्वभरि नै उच्च तहका निर्णयकर्ताहरूद्वारा सहयोग गरिने केन्द्रीय स्थान लिन सामाजिक खोजतिर डोराइरहेको छ। यो खोज प्रविधि विकासको लहर र नयाँ प्रविधिसँगै विस्तार भएका विशाल सम्भावनाहरूसँग सम्बन्धित छ।
This reality show would be telecasting from 3 channels simultaneously. Now this is again first time happening here in Nepal. TV program is going to start from first week of September. And yes, Meeting Point always love to face the challenges and love to work on innovative ideas, like this Idea Studios is here. नेपालको टेलिभिजन इतिहासमा यस्तो किसिमको रियालिटी शो पहिलोचोटि नै हुन लागेको हो। र यस अभियानमा सहकार्य गर्न लागेकोमा मिटिङ पोइन्ट अत्यन्तै हर्षित र गौरवान्वित छ। किनभने यो एउटा रियालिटी शो मात्र नभएर व्यक्ति र समाजको आर्थिक उन्नति गर्ने अनुष्ठान पनि हो। मैले यसलाई एउटा अनुष्ठानको रूपमा लिने गरेको छु र तपाईहरुलाई केही पनि जानकारी गराउन चाहन्छु भने हामी यस अनुष्ठानमा भोलन्टियर भएर नै काम गर्दैछौँ। यस प्रोजेक्टमा हाम्रो स्वार्थ भनेको यस सामाजिक आर्थिक परिवर्तनको अभियानमा सहभागिता र हाम्रो पहिचान बनाउनु हो। पत्रकार मित्रहरूले यस अभियानलाई सफल बनाउन भरपूर सहयोग गर्नुहुनेछ भने हाम्रो हार्दिक अपेक्षा रहेको छ। यति भन्दै म मिटिङ पोइन्टको तर्फबाट बिदा माग्दछु। धन्यवाद।
सामाजिक समस्याहरूको लागत प्रभावकारी समाधानलाई कसरी अगाडि बढाउने सम्बन्धमा आवश्यक मार्गनिर्देशन र प्रेरणाको खोजीमा नयाँ विचारका लागि निजी क्षेत्र तथा समाजसँग सहकार्य गर्ने सरकारहरू पहिले भन्दा निकै नै बढी तयार भएको पाइन्छ। विश्वव्यापी सामाजिक खोज आन्दोलनको प्रादुर्भावको केन्द्रमा युवा र उत्प्रेरित नयाँ पुस्ता छन्। उनीहरू प्राविधिक रूपले सहज, महत्वाकांक्षी, सृजनशील हुन्छन् र जोखिम लिन पनि इच्छुक हुन्छन्। उनीहरू आफ्ना समस्याका समाधान खोज्न सक्षम हुन्छन्। युनिसेफ नेपाल र चाइल्ड्रिच नेपालले काठमाडौँ विश्वविद्यालय स्कुल अफ म्यानेजमेन्ट, निजी क्षेत्र र मिडियासँगको सहकार्यमा नेपालको पहिलो राष्ट्रिय प्रतियोगिता आइडिया स्टुडियो उद्घाटन गर्दै सामाजिक परिवर्तनलाई प्रज्वलित गर्ने र युवाका सम्भावनाहरूलाई अवसर दिने उद्देश्यसहित अतुलनीय साझेदारीको स्थापना गरेका छन्।
First of all, I appreciate the efforts that has gone into making this very timely, relevant initiative. I am reminded of Apprentice of BBC, Pitch of CNBC, and Business Bazigar of Z Business, 3 programs that ran on not exactly same lines. This is even bigger than that, but on similar lines. Having told this, you are looking for ideas for social entrepreneurship or for individual entrepreneurship with commercial ends in mind.
When we really look at it, we can't just look at the social aspect only. To address our financial economic situation of the country, we are leaving it open for business and social entrepreneurs. And the business ideas that do come up, they also have to have a social consciousness in it. It's like we are going to only choose business ideas that has a social aspect, a social consciousness in it. If it does not have one, if it is only purely going to be on the profit level.
Basically, you are looking at business projects which have social good in its essence.
Yes.
That's the
point. Yes. Thank you.
I'm sure when you were planning this, you had some ideas floating around. Is this idea studio going to be like the spark that maybe brings a fire in the community, or something more ongoing, maybe every year? I mean, I wanted to know what your long-term vision was for this. Thank you.
This is something that has to continue. I can't remember who said it, it's a movement. Yeah. And it's a movement that has to continue, and that's why it has to be, there has to be some benefits as well to those who will invest, so that we have more and more partnership in that. So I am hoping and praying that we have started a movement of young entrepreneurship in Nepal.
Thank you. Rupesh, you want to say something?
Yes, if you look at it like a spark, we want to ignite a social change. But this spark, like in our discussions also when we talked about sustainability, we believe in a process-oriented sustainability rather than sustainability by getting funding from somewhere or the other. This has to be an ecosystem that's self-sufficient where everybody is contributing it. And if you really look at the initial stages of this project also, if you look at it, UNICEF is investing in it, childreach Nepal is investing in it, Kathmandu University School of Management is investing in it, even Meeting Point is investing in it, the media partners. Now we are looking for private sector partners to invest in it. And when everybody is investing, it becomes a movement. And that is where the sustainability of the project is. So this spark that we have ignited today, we want to take it to a different level where we move it into a movement where all of us, like what Dr. Chering Lama said, where all of us are involved. Because if we want to evolve, we have to be involved. Very truly said. Thank you, Chering. Thank you.
How about the social aspect? Like, how far are you going for the social aspect? Like, when you are saying that you want to look at the social impact from the business, how far are you going for that? And next one is like, when you say you have a pre-incubation, is it just a 1 month pre-incubation, or is it like for a longer period, like till they get invested?
We had great discussion, debate, back and forth between all of us. And the whole idea is to look at the idea with social impact. If we get 1 million idea, we will shortlist, as it was mentioned. There should be shortlisting. And we'll give the priority that one that cares about community. And just to think about it, a successful community or a successful country, it's a summation of successful individuals. So if you're successful, if you have an idea that makes you successful, along the way it will make the community successful. So priority is for social impact.
We want to also avoid, I think we were also discussing with the group here, we want to avoid the concept of charity. We don't want charity. It's not, because this doesn't make development. So we want really something either that will create an impact on the community, whether it's socially or even if it's for profit for the community, why not? So we are not going to be, we're also testing and piloting, and I think together we will learn also how can we have a better impact. But we want to create this combative kind of spirit about how to create a change and to make an impact and to avoid anything that will have a charity impact.
This is another exciting part. Other thing is, it's not only the monetary investment and monetary benefit that we're looking for. There's a big knowledge creation will take place as well, because Kathmandu University's academicians and students are involved. So due to that as well, the sustainability, we're looking for quite big picture. As Amjad always says, let's shoot big. And there's a Lakshmi Prasad Devkara said very well a long time back. Udeshya linuke udi sunu chandra ek. That's exactly what we're trying. And the sustainability here is an approach that we're developing. It's not the end result. The process we're developing is something that's going to sustain. People are going to replicate or copy it. If they copy, let them copy the best out of the best. So this is something that we try to create.
समसामयिक प्रतियोगिता स्थानीय समुदायले सामना गर्ने सामाजिक मुद्दाहरूलाई समाधान गर्न सक्ने खालका नवीनतायुक्त धारणा सहित अगाडि आउन सामाजिक नवप्रवर्तकहरूलाई प्रोत्साहित र सशक्त तुल्याउने अवधारणासँग सम्बन्धित छ। आइडिया स्टुडियोले उदयमान धारणाहरूलाई व्यवहारिक सामाजिक समाधानमा परिवर्तन गर्न मन सृजना गर्नेछ। यस अवधारणालाई यसरी चित्रण गरौं। अति दुर्गम गाउँकी एक बालिकासँग सरल समाधान वा धारणा छ, तर उनी अगाडि आउन समर्थ छैनन् र इच्छुक पनि छैनन्। सञ्चार माध्यमहरू मार्फत प्रतियोगीहरूलाई प्रकाशमा ल्याउन प्रभावकारी विधिहरू प्रयोग गरिनेछ र ती बालिका आफ्नो धारणा पेश गर्न प्रोत्साहित हुनेछिन्। सबै अपरिष्कृत धारणाका लागि छनौट प्रक्रिया अपनाइनेछन्। छनौट गरिएका अति सम्भाव्य नवीन सोच तथा आइडियाहरूलाई काठमाडौँ विश्वविद्यालयको परिसरमा स्थापना गरिने नेपालको पहिलो आइडिया स्टुडियोमा विकास गरिनेछ। निजी क्षेत्रका अगुवा तथा प्राध्यापकको मार्गनिर्देशनमा एमबीएका विद्यार्थीहरू नवप्रवर्तकहरूलाई नवीन सोचलाई पूर्ण व्यवसाय प्रस्तावमा रूपान्तरण गर्नलाई अगाडि आउनेछन्। व्यवसाय अगुवालाई आफ्नो धारणा बेच्नका लागि आवश्यक सिप, ज्ञान र अन्य उद्योगीलाई चाहिने क्षमता विकासका लागि पनि प्रशिक्षित गरिनेछ। प्रशिक्षणको अवधिपछि राष्ट्रिय टेलिभिजनमा उपस्थित हुन नवप्रवर्तकहरू तयार हुनेछन् र सामाजिक रूपमा जवाफदेही व्यावसायिक अगुवाहरूलाई आफ्नो पूर्ण व्यवसाय प्रस्तुत गर्न सक्नेछन्। राष्ट्रिय टेलिभिजन कार्यक्रम रियालिटी शोमा प्रस्तुत हुने यो अर्को अवसर हो जहाँ अवधारणाहरूमा रुचि भएका व्यवसाय अगुवाहरूले दिगो समाधानका लागि सहकार्य वा लगानी गर्नेछन्। विजयी त्यो हुन्छ जसले वरिपरि बसेका व्यवसाय अगुवाहरूमध्ये एकजनालाई आफ्नो धारणा बेच्न सक्छ। आइडिया स्टुडियो सोचदेखि उद्योगसम्म यसमा सहभागी हुनका लागि निश्चित सामाजिक समस्या सम्बन्धी सृजनशील धारणा भएका सबै नेपालीहरूका लागि यो प्रतिस्पर्धा खुला गरिएको छ। यो प्रतियोगितामा सहभागी हुनका लागि सबैका लागि समान अवसर छ। लिङ्ग, धर्म, संस्कृति, सामाजिक हैसियत, वैवाहिक अवस्था, यौनिकता, अपाङ्गता वा उमेरलाई कुनै आधार मानिने छैन। यस सामाजिक कार्यका साझेदारहरू युनिसेफ, चाइल्ड्रिच नेपाल, काठमाडौँ युनिभर्सिटी स्कुल अफ म्यानेजमेन्ट र मिडिया पार्टनर। कसरी आफ्ना प्रस्तावहरू पठाउने भन्ने बारेमा जान्न र आइडिया स्टुडियोको बारेमा थप जानकारी लिनका लागि www.ideastudionepal.com को वेबसाइट हेर्नुहोस्।
अन्यका आँखाबाट हेर जीवन कति सरल देख्छौ।
हामी के सोच्छौँ, के गर्छौँ र के बोल्छौँ याद गरौँ।
अरूको घर तोडेर आफ्नो नबनाऊ, अरूलाई दुखी बनाएर आफू खुसी नबनाऊ।
हाम्रो सोचाइले हामीलाई चिनाउँछ, हाम्रो बोलीले हामीलाई जिताउँछ।
अरूले जेसुकै सोचुन् हाम्रो व्यवहारले देखाउँछ हामी को हौं भनेर।
बुद्ध जन्मेको पवित्र भूमिमा बसेर बुद्धले देखाएको बाटोमा सधैँ हिँड्ने गरौँ।